Trick or treat time. Trick or treat time. Trick or treat time. Get treats, it's time for Halloween.
Brains. Hello everyone and welcome to day 13 of Terrorthon. Today I would like to give you a very brief history of zombies, both in real life and in pop culture. So we're going to start right at the very beginning. It may surprise you to hear that the ancient Greeks actually believed in reanimation as well, and that they would pin certain bodies with rocks to prevent this reanimation. Fast forward hundreds of years to the 17th century in Haiti, when West African slaves were brought over. In these days they believed that the zombie represented the plight of slavery. Around this time, in West Africa, many parts of the Caribbean and Haiti, voodoo witch doctors known as bokers would mix herbs, shells, fish, and tetrodotoxin, which was found in pufferfish, to create a zombie powder, which would cause difficulty walking, confusion, and respiratory problems. In 1962, a man named Clervius Narcissus slipped into a coma in Haiti and apparently reappeared 18 years later looking for his sister, having previously been buried alive. In terms of pop culture, zombies appeared in books as far back as 1697, but in those days zombies were not known as the reanimated corpses looking to devour human flesh. They were more described as spirits or ghosts. The first movie to feature zombies came out in 1932 called White Zombie, starring Bela Lugosi, who you may know as the original and best Dracula. In this movie, however, they are not the zombies that we know today. They are more used as slaves under mind control. And it wasn't until George Romero released Night of the Living Dead in 1968 that zombies as we know them today were born. They would later follow this up with Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, and from that point on, films about zombies were being released almost annually, all the way through to the present day. And in 1985, the horror comedy Return of the Living Dead was released, which introduced the idea of zombies craving brains. This was the very first movie to introduce this concept. And in 2002, Danny Boyle released his subliminal horror movie 28 Days Later, which introduced the idea of running zombies. And that is essentially a brief history of zombies as we know them today. See you tomorrow.